Oh, she parking. Yo, what's good, YouTube? Shout out to all the fellow human beings out there, and thank you for tuning in to the Viewturistic YouTube channel. Today we doing a special episode. We're not using our regular format. I know you're used to seeing us out there in the park with that pretty background for the episode, but today we're just gonna try something a little bit different because, for one, it's 106 degrees out here in Las Vegas today. So when we tried to record in the park, the camera kept overheating. So we had a few errands to run, and I felt like I was in the mood to get this stuff off my mind and do this episode. So we decided to do it in the car. Today's episode technically is Viewology episode number 11, and we're talking about toxic people in your lives, how to get them out of your lives, or if you have to deal with toxic people, how to deal with those type of toxic people. The first type of toxic person that I really want to discuss is the narcissist. I'm pretty sure a lot of us know narcissistic people in our lives, and the definition, or in the dictionary, what the definition of narcissism is someone who has an excessive obsession with themselves. Pretty much it's almost like being overly selfish, and they tend to do things to get their way, to get whatever it is that they want at the expense of someone else's well-being. So those are the classic people who will typically step on someone's back, or use someone, or take someone for granted to get what it is that they want. But the number one thing to look out for narcissistic people is, if you ever decided to return that type of behavior to that person and acted the same way with them that they act with you, then all hell breaks loose and they act like you're the worst person in the world. So that's a classic narcissistic personality, and those are very toxic people to have in your lives because they really weigh you down. It's almost like walking on eggshells when you're walking, or when you're around those people as well. Another classic sign of a narcissist is someone who displays hostile behavior. They get defensive for no apparent reason, and usually that's to justify some type of guilt that they have way deep down inside for something that they did that they don't really know how to express their guilt. So that is the type of toxic person that you do not want in your life. An important thing to remember about toxic people in your life, though, is seeing those red flags when you first build some type of relationship with that person. Oftentimes, most of us have strong gut feelings, and I think the thing is that some of us ignore those gut feelings. You know, when you get a strong gut feeling about a person when you first meet them, and you're like, nah, this isn't right, it's not gonna work out, me and this person just don't bond. Your gut is telling you that. However, you want to believe that you can prove yourself wrong. So oftentimes our gut tells us something, but we don't listen to it. And that is one of the most important things, is actually listening to your gut. You can save yourself a lot of heartache, a lot of headache, if you just listen to your gut in the beginning, when you start being aware of those red flags that a person exists in their personality, just to let you know that, you and that person might not get along, or that person is not good for you in your life. That's not to say that that person is a bad person, not to say they're a good person. We're just saying that that person is not good for you. So a toxic person, it can be in a friendship, it can be in a romantic relationship, it can be a work relationship, family, whatever, it doesn't matter. But toxic people in your life, they drain so much energy from you, and that is also another indication that you need to either eliminate that person out of your life, or make some adjustments to let them know that they can't display that type of behavior with you anymore, because it's only going to prevent you from getting to where you want to be. If you're around someone and every time you're around that person your energy is just drained, then that person is not good. And I know a lot of you out there are probably stuck in those situations right now, and I know it's easier said than done to get rid of those type of people in your life, because sometimes we might be in love with the toxic person, we might be in love with the narcissist. But if we really want to look out for our own futures, if we want to look out for what it is that we want our future to be, sometimes you have to make those difficult choices and cut those people out of your lives. It's like snatching off the Band-Aid. You know, it's going to be an instant pain when you first do it, but in the long run, it's only going to make you a better person, because you're not going to have that person draining that positive energy around you anymore. So that's the key thing to take away, is how you're feeling around that person. You know, if you feel like you can't be yourself, if you feel like all your positive energy is being drained, and you know it's a burden to be around that type of person, then that's a toxic person, unfortunately, and you want to get those people out of your lives. That's pretty much it of what I'm going to talk about in this episode. As always, a lot of these topics that we discuss, we can always do spin-off episodes, because we can you know, we can delve in very deep into a lot of these topics that I'm discussing. At one point, you might feel like it's not getting the proper attention, or we might not be going into enough detail for it, but that's what other episodes are for. So until next time, we'll see you around. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Viewturistic YouTube channel. Please share these videos with anyone that you feel can benefit from this information. Also, if you have any questions, if you have any topics you want us to discuss, don't forget to send us an email at jacob.joshua8488@gmail.com. And until next time, Viewology episode number 12. We'll see you around. Peace.